So we are in the middle of a massive home renovation and we're converting our garage to a living room. But with the finish line quite far away and cement for floors still, I wanted to cozy it up so we could enjoy the space for Christmas. So I got an idea. I hit up the dollar store in Home Depot and spent about $30 on supplies. Using moving boxes and some tuck tape, I constructed the frame for my project. Any guesses on what I'm making? I'll give you a hint. I have 4 little kids and some of them were very concerned about how Santa was going to make it into the house in the middle of our renovations. So I decided to build a DIY fireplace. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see more projects like this, home renovations, and DIY tips and tutorials. Now that the frame was built, it was time to really bring this thing to life. I'm a firm believer that paint can transform absolutely anything. Once I had the white base coat, it was time for me to make a stencil for my bricks. Yes, I drew every brick and painted them on by hand. Using that paint that I picked up from the dollar store, I just custom made my own red, brown, tan, rust shades in order to give the fireplace variation of colors in the bricks. And this had to be my favorite part, but it took a very long time. Since I started this project just a few days before Christmas, I needed to work fast and late into the night if I wanted to get a tree up. Check out some of the other videos on my page if you want to see the entire process of getting this garage cozied up into a living room just in time for Christmas. With the brick painted, I now needed to work on the inside of the fireplace. I made the back panel out of poster board and cardboard and painted the sides and the roof black. I was running out of time and Christmas was just around the corner, so I called in my 4 favorite helpers. Using these flower bouquet holder thingies that I found at the dollar store, I asked my daughter if she would try to make something that looked like a log. And did she understand the assignment or what? Using a knife and some corn on the cob holders, she completely carved out this foam into a log replica. Obviously, she was the woman for the job. Now that these logs were carved, it was time to bring them to life with some paint. So my daughter and my son started painting these logs by hand, while my other daughter started working on the fire. Using some scrap cardboard, some tissue paper, paint, scissors, and a marker, my daughter drew out the flames, cut them, and then glued the tissue to the flames and cut them out. I'm sure that you can imagine between 4 kids, a full house renovation, and Christmas just around the corner, we are a super busy family and I did not have time for this, but I'm so glad we squeezed it in. Now that the fire was built, I needed to worry about the top of this fireplace. And since we were in the middle of a kitchen renovation, I was able to steal some supplies from the kitchen. Now just to remove these handles and it's perfect. After I added the garland in our stockings, this thing was almost perfect, but I knew I just needed one more thing to make it look like the real deal. I got these rechargeable fake candles and I just set them directly behind our fire that we made. And I can't even believe how real this thing started to look. It was December 23rd when we finished our fireplace, so we quickly threw up our Christmas tree, added some furniture and an area rug, and we were able to cozy this place up just in time for Christmas. We are a long ways from finished, but make sure you're subscribing so you can watch this full garage to living room conversion and as we renovate the rest of this house. Thank you for watching and make sure you say hi in the comments. Oh, and if you were wondering, yes, Santa did make it in through the fireplace.